Okay, this is an overview of the final project in algorithm design and analysis at Seattle Pacific University. This application uses a graph data structure to build a course sequence when given a list of classes and their prerequisites. So here is our Git on the left. This is a Java project, and all of our Java files have been pushed to this source. And here are the packages we're using, one for the forms, the GUI, and one for the logic. We have built it to this bin folder, so you don't have to build the application. This is the runnable jar is flowchart Greg and Daniel. If you do want to build it, you will need to use IntelliJ because there are some IntelliJ specific UI features that IntelliJ takes care of. So it wouldn't build on, say, NetBeans. The UI portion of it wouldn't. So to launch it, we can go to the bin folder, and this jar has the main, let's see, the main method inside. So you can just double click it. And if that doesn't work, there are the command line code that you should use, and that's posted on the README. So the main menu, we have a prompt to open a text or CSV file. So we can do that here. And we'll try our first major. So when we have selected a file, the courses are converted to a graph data structure, and the course sequence is generated based on the course constraints given, these constraints right here. The constraints can be changed, and the sequence will update based on what constraint you have chosen. So we can enter in spring or summer. There aren't any summer classes offered. The maximum credits is the minimum will allow is 5, and let's see how that affects the schedule. The other options that become enabled when you load a file are the options to view the whole major as a graph of requirements, and so that option is here. And this window is resizable, so we can get a better view. And it seems to load randomly in terms of how things are arranged, but it's usually not too bad to get it arranged so that it's more visible. The other option we have is to display the sequence of courses as determined by the constraints chosen, and that option is down here, display course sequence, and that will display in columns of by quarter which classes they should take. So it starts autumn, goes to winter, spring, there's nothing in summer, and we can check our other major here. It's a bit fuller, and so this is when that window resize can help make things visible. Our application does do some error checking or input validation. We didn't need to do it on the constraints input because the UI forces the correct input, but if you open a file that has a format error in there somewhere, it will tell you what line it has found the error on. So we can double check our file and see, so this is line 1 and this is line 2, and we've entered an incorrect quarter option there. In these files, we have added a hashtag to represent a comment. So any lines that start with the hashtag will be skipped. And have another error here. So we have an error on line 6. So if we check that one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Okay, so we've missed a comma here.